Lost Origin is finally here and we can start playing with the cards, and I am ready. I'm ready to go. Hey, Nick from 9CardTCG, and today we're going to be looking at a deck that I am super hyped for, and that is Goodra V LOR. Incredible card. I know a lot of people think it's not that good. I'm not one of those people. I'm a fan. I'm a believer. I believe in the goo. Now, yesterday was actually the first day we were able to play with the cards on PTCGO, and Pokemon was kind enough to send me a bunch of codes so that I can try to pull some stuff for content, and I pulled heat. Pulled absolute heat. It was so good. I had a ton of fun doing it. So thank you very much to Pokemon for sending me those codes. And now we're going to take a look at a Goodra V LOR deck that we built, and then we're going to go and look at some of the games that we played on the ladder yesterday. And make sure you check out today's stream starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, because I'm going to be playing a lot of Giratina V LOR. Giratina Lost Zone, Giratina Arceus, Giratina Bibro, Inteleon. I don't know. We're going to do a bunch of different stuff. It's going to be a good time, but we are focusing on Goodra. So if you haven't already, do me a favor, subscribe, like, comment, go check out the Twitch stream. All those things help the channel grow, and that really, that means a lot to me. So yeah, let's go over to PTCGO and take a look at the goodest gooey Goodra. Goodra V, 220 health dragon type Pokemon, so it has no weakness, has no resistance, but it also doesn't hit anything for weakness, but that's kind of alright. That's not really what we care about. We got a retreat cost of 3, which is a little annoying, but man, Slip and Trip, not a bad attack for a water metal, 60 damage, and switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one of their benched Pokemon. So you get kind of a boss's orders in this attack, and you get to do a little bit of damage. Rolling Shell, 140 water metal colors. During your opponent's next turn, this opponent takes 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks, which is fine. We really want to be using the Goodra V LOR, and I don't know why Goodra here is so sad. Rolling Iron, 200 damage. Water metal colors, the same as the Goodra V. 240 damage, and 200 damage. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 80 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon's attacks. You have to do, it has 270 health. So 270 plus 80 is a lot of damage. So this thing is not getting one shot. Moisture Star lets you just heal all damage from this Pokemon. You can only use it once per game, but my goodness, you're just taking so much less damage, because we also have the Radiant Gardevoir, which is going to reduce the damage for our opponent's Pokemon V by an additional 20. We also have Lake Acuity, which any Pokemon that has a water or fighting energy attached to it takes 20 less damage. So between Rolling Iron, the Radiant Gardevoir, and the Lake Acuity, we're taking 120 less damage from our opponent's attacks during their turn. Trinity Nova commonly does 180, which means our opponent's only hitting us for 60 damage if we have all of that in play, which is remarkable. We do have, even if Path of the Peak is in play, Radiant Gardevoir is not active, we don't have Lake Acuity in play, we only use the Rolling Iron attack, they're still only hitting for 100 damage. It's not a lot. We do have the ability to increase this damage or decrease the amount of damage our opponent can do even more by using Fantina, but this list doesn't play it. I don't know if this is the optimal list or not. We could probably fix it up a little bit. We do have a Drapion V, and if you're wondering why Drapion V, it's really just for Mew. Mew can be very problematic. It can really outpace you. Wild Style reduces the attack cost of this Pokemon by 1 colorless for each fusion, single, or rapid strike Pokemon your opponent has in play. Mew is going to have 4+ fusion strike Pokemon in play, so Dynamic Tail hits for free. So the idea is to either use a Goodra or a Cramorant to hit a Meloetta, knock it out, and then just go ahead and knock out with Drapion. And then we could even boss up a Genesect and then attack with Rolling Iron for 200, take the KO there. Do keep in mind, Lake Acuity, if it's in play, Rolling Iron will do 180 damage to a Genesect with the Fusion Strike energy in play. So if you're going to go that route, boss up one that doesn't have a Fusion Strike energy because it technically has a water and or a fighting attached to it. Lake Acuity kicks in and reduces the damage. Battle VIP Pass is just something to try to find off of our Comfeys, which, by the way, Comfey, when it's in the active, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one into your hand, one into the lost zone. Super, super good. We're just going to cycle through Comfeys using Scoop Up Nets, switches, escape ropes, all that kind of stuff. The idea is to get at least 4 cards in the lost zone so we can use Cramorant's Lost Provisions ability, which lets us ignore the attack cost for this Pokemon and hit into it. Now, this is really nice because it's going to force our opponent to deal with the Cramorant. Otherwise, we just constantly take 110 damage for free. So we can use Cramorant to attack while we start setting up a Goodra on the bench. Speaking of setting up Pokemon Mirage Gate, you can only play it if you have 7 or more cards in the Lost Zone, but you get to search your deck for 2 energies of different types and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you want. So you can put both onto one, split them up, you can do whatever you want with them. Really good card. Colress's Experiment is going to help us reach that 7 cards in the Lost Zone really, really quickly. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. 3 go into your hand, 2 go into the Lost Zone, and between 1 Colress and using 2 Comfey abilities, you can attack a Cramorant for free your second turn going first, or your first turn going second. Either one, I guess. We got some Big Charms for a little bit of extra health onto the Goodra. We have 300 health now, and then we're reducing our damage by 120. So we have, our opponent has to hit for 420 damage to take a KO. Nothing can really do that, so a couple Ultra Balls, a couple of Quick Balls. We got some Melonies to accelerate energies onto a Goodra. We got a Raihan to help accelerate some energy. Boss's Orders, so we can take KOs when we want them. And we do have 1 copy of a Thorton. Now, the reason I have this Thorton is actually still kind of for the Mew matchup, but also in a situation where we can't find a Goodra. One got knocked out, but we need to evolve into a Goodra VStar. We can play Thorton so that we can, say, turn a Comfey into a Goodra, and there we go. Now we can evolve into the Goodra VStar because Thorton lets you switch a basic Pokemon you have in play with a basic Pokemon in your discard pile. So if we are playing Mew and they knock out our Drapion, well, we can just go ahead and Thorton a Comfey into a Drapion and attack again immediately. Do the Goodra thing. Alternatively, we can turn a Goodra or say a Drapion into a Comfey or a Cramorant, and now we're only giving up 1 prize instead of 2. So defensive use. Lumineon is going to help us find our Colress, our Melony, our Raihan, something like that. We got Hyper Potions, so we can heal some damage. Mirage Gate is kind of interesting for this. We can Mirage Gate onto a Pokemon, get 2 energies onto it, and then discard them both with Hyper Potion to heal 120 damage. So that's kind of a little combo there. And then we have a 5/5 water metal split with a single capture energy, just again to help find some of those basic Pokemon early game. You know, you could throw Fantina in here. You can absolutely get a Fantina. You can get rid of the Battle VIP Pass. You can get rid of the Cramorant. You can change the Radiant Gardevoir for Radiant Greninja for a little bit extra draw consistency. You can change Lake Acuity to what's it called? To the Dragon Crystal Cave, which will heal 30 instead of you take 20. So over time, if you're constantly using the Crystal Cave, you will actually heal more damage. However, your opponent won't do less damage, so their one-shot ability is a little bit higher. We lose the coin flip again. I have won, I think, maybe 1 coin flip this entire time. But this is okay, because we can at least Comfey switch, Scoop Up Net, you know, maybe make a Cramorant play happen. It's a possibility. We would not knock out this Moltres, though. We'd be 10 damage shy, which is a little stinky. But Crobat? Okay. I'm gonna Turbo Dark? Oh, they got rid of our... Oh, God. Darkrai, too. That's not fun. Starting the Moltres hurts, because you can't use the ability. We get a Colress, that's huge. Flower selecting for Melony. I'll take Melony. go ahead and Colress for some cards. Goodra, Energy, a Quick Ball, and probably a Water Energy. Because now I can attach here. We'll Quick Ball the Water Energy for next turn to get another Comfey. Scoop. We'll throw this down just in case. We'll go ahead, flower selecting. We'll go with this Escape Rope because we can bench and reuse. And yeah, let's see what they give us. It's probably going to be the Crobat. Yeah, that's what I expected. Has a retreat cost of 1. Battle VIP Pass. Not upset. We don't have our Cramorant though. So we'll just go with the Comfey, I suppose. We got 5 in the lost zone. And we'll bump this so they can't use it. And that's about it. And then we got the Melony. We got a few Comfeys we can work with. I think we're feeling okay. I don't really care if they knock out a Comfey. That's fine. It's going to be pretty hard to knock out a Goodra once I get it going. What are they going to get out of this? You got an energy retrieval. Okay. Ultra Ball to discard it. That has to feel so bad to use your ability like that. But getting another Crobat's pretty nice. But if you don't get this out of the active, it's very likely going to get KO'd. You have to get this thing out of the active. And they still have the research. Oh, God. 3 Dark Patches in the discard. Oh, man. All to what? You can't even do anything. We'll go ahead and Melony first. We get the V-Star. Beautiful. Now we just need an energy. We'll keep the V-Star. Why not? We'll Scoop Up Net. You go here. Just need 1 energy. Please give me an energy. We get a Mirage Gate. Alright. We'll take the Mirage Gate. I think I have 7 in the lost zone now, though. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we're actually okay to Mirage Gate. Kind of thinks I can't put 2 energies on something, but we'll go with the water. It's fine. Switch. And yeah, now we're rolling. We are literally rolling with Iron Roll out here. And we're going to take quite a bit less damage. Another Goodra VStar and a Raihan. Raihan's pretty nice. If they try to boss something, we'll be able to get an energy attached to a Goodra V. Actually, no, we won't, because I don't have one in the discard. They are flying through this deck. They are flying through this thing. And it's going to be... I mean, I got 300 health. I take 100 and 100 less damage from any attacks they do. 3 of their Dark Patches are in the discard. So they're going to get 3, 6, 9, 12, 150, 180 damage. So they're going to hit me for 80. Unless they, I mean, they've researched, so they can't boss. 210. So they hit me for 110. Surprised they put it on the Crobat. Okay, smart. Smart. I mean, I'm still going to be able to Iron Roll out here. get a Goodra, but I don't have any energies to get onto it. So I'm not sure if I want to bench it, but we're going to risk it, and we're going to go. That actually worked real well. Now we can go and get our other Lake Acuity. Gonna bump this Pokestop. That worked super, super well. Just Iron Rollout. Feeling pretty good. They still have 5 prizes. We still have Moisture Star. We're taking 100 less damage if this Lake Acuity sticks. And we're going to be able to get another Goodra VStar set up the next turn. So as long as they don't boss up this Goodra, I'm in pretty good shape. And they research, so now they have to cross-switch her. Which they already have all 4 in the discard, so they can't even do. Still taking 80 less damage. But being able to Mirage Gate feels pretty solid into another V-Star. And I have the Hyper Potion. And I got the Hyper Potion. So they don't have another Darkrai set up either. So once this Darkrai gets knocked out... Oh, okay. They have the Moltres. I'm surprised they run that. They have everything they need. Still not enough, though. Doesn't affect Goodra like that. Yeah, they can't handle the goo. They can't handle the goo. Oh, man. Let's try one more game before we finish up for the day. We're going against Mew, it seems, and this is where we really want that Drapion. If we can go... Going second is actually not terrible, but we'll see what happens. They gotta call the coin flip. I wouldn't mind going first. We win the coin flip, because then they're gonna want to attack with Meloetta, which is kind of what we want, so we can use Cramorant to knock out. We got Colress. This is pretty decent. We can't use the Colress yet, but we can at least flower selecting, see maybe we can get like another Pokemon. Yeah, definitely playing Mew. Love this. I mean, I don't love to see it, but like, you know, we're gonna get a mulligan draw, which is always nice. So we have our top mulligan, our top deck, and Comfey, which is gonna see 4 cards total. There's, oh boy, flower selecting. We'll take. Sure. Well, yeah, whatever. We'll switch. Flower selecting. Ooh, oh, this is a tough one. Do I need to do anything else? I'm going to. I want to put down the Cramorant, but not the Drapion yet. I don't want to show the Drapion. I think between my Comfeys and my Colress that there's a pretty good chance we'll be able to find a Quick Ball. But at least now if they have to attack with Meloetta, it's the only attacker they can really have this first turn. I guess technically they can use Psychic Leap. But, you know, do you really want to do that? Because then Goodra can come and knock you out. So, you want to attack with Meloetta, and that gives me a chance to get Cramorant to KO the Meloetta, and then Drapion's to knock out the Mew. And we do have Thorton to deal with a second Mew, or we can just at that point boss up a Genesect, and Goodra can knock it out because Cramorant and Drapion both don't need energy in this matchup, so we're okay. Catcher's Head would be problematic because then they'll be pretty close to knocking out this Goodra, so they just need one modifier, and that would be not good. But if they play Escape Rope, we just give the other Comfey. That's kind of what I'm hoping happens if they're going to switch my Pokemon around, that it's an Escape Rope and not anything else. So here comes the Meloetta, most likely. Could be another Genesect, because they only have 2. Okay, it is another Genesect. Thought maybe it'd be a Meloetta, but because you're going to draw 4, and then you have a second Genesect to draw another 4 or 5. So, kind of guarantee you have the attacker for this turn, since Mew has free retreat, but what do I know? I'm not a Mew player, so I'm assuming they know better than I do. I also don't know what's in their deck, so, you know. And so far, you think if they had the cards, they'd kind of throw them down, play them. Must be taking the time thinking about what they want to do. They go into the Switch. Okay, they have to have an Escape Rope or an Air Balloon Switch, something like that, if they're going to actively give me 2 prizes, potentially. But, yeah, that's an interesting choice. Interesting choice, to say the least. Once I Colress, then Cramorant's online. Oh, they're going to boss my Goodra, which is what I did not want them to do, but because they boss, they cannot Elisa Sparkle. So now I am very safe. Let's see, we got, okay. We'll take 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I have another Thorton. Now, do I go with the Cram, or do I go with the Comfey? I'm going to go Comfey. See if we can, I think we have to go Meloetta here. Unfortunately, it was a little further down than I wanted it to be, but, you know, we'll be able to make them, as long as they don't boss again, we're okay. That's okay. I don't care about the old cemetery, because we are not going to be attaching from the hand. We're attaching from the discard. So we'll be able to Meloetta. We'll be able to Melony. And there's a chance that I just go for Drapion. If they go right into this Mew Vmax, I might just Drapion. So that's an option that I have. And then I have the Thorton for the following turn to just attack with, I could promote either of my basic Pokemon and kind of be okay. The question is, if they, I mean, they're going to attack with this Mew Vmax. So, I think I Colress to see more cards versus playing Melony to get the energy and draw 3. Hit this Tails, come on. Nope, not what you want to see. Here comes a boss's orders, guaranteed. Guaranteed boss's orders. Or catcher if they don't have another boss. Yeah. But they're not knocking this thing out, which is interesting. I mean, at least not yet. They very well can, because I didn't attack last turn, so I don't get the 80 damage reduction. So now they got to start hitting Crams for power tablets. So please don't hit this Cram. Thank you. There's still a power tablet, which I do not like to see. So now they're hitting 240. They need one more to hit 270, which is exactly what I have. Oh, they go Max Miracle. Okay. Well, I think now we have to Colress here. We get a Quick Ball, that's huge. We get a Water Energy, that's huge. And we get the Scoop Up Nets. So now, we can Quick Ball this VIP Pass. And now we can That's fine. We just retreat. We're actually going to go into the Comfeys because we have the 2 Scoop Up Nets, so it's fine. Mirage Gate sounds good to me. We'll go 1. I just want to try to get some cards into the Lost Zone. And yeah, oh god, I didn't even get to do it. I didn't even get to do it. But we had it. We had it, and that's all I care about. They knew what was coming. They couldn't stop. Oh my god, I love it. So there you have it. Goodra VStar putting in the work, and honestly, against 2 really good aggressive decks that can do a ton of damage. Turbo Dark and Mew both have some serious damage output, and I actually really like this deck. I'm sure there's a better way to build it, but you know, it's day 1 of the cards being out, so yeah, we're not going to stress it too much. We're just going to play, see what we need to adjust and how the format shakes up, and we'll just kind of take it from there. Thank you again to Pokemon for sending me those codes so we can make those, or you know, that video and all the ones that are upcoming happen. I truly appreciate it, and yeah, let me know what you want to see next. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and check out the Twitch stuff, and that's gonna do it for us today. I will see you next time.